Let's talk about something interesting from the life of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Growing up, he had two father figures. His biological father, highly educated with a PhD. His friend's father, who didn't even complete high school. Both men valued education, but their thinking about money was totally opposite. Kiyosaki's real dad often said, "I can't afford this." But his friend's dad would ask, "How can I afford this?" One spent his life studying to get a secure job. The other spent his life understanding how money works. And their results were completely different. One struggled financially his entire life. The other became one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. Kiyosaki eventually chose to learn from the man who understood money, not degrees. And that's the important lesson. You can learn from anyone who understands the subject better than you. Most people have the same problem. You've probably heard people say, "I wish I had more money. This job doesn't pay enough. I need another job. I'm not earning enough." Almost everyone can relate to this. But here's the truth. Your income doesn't matter if you don't know how to manage money. So let me ask you, if your salary suddenly became $110,000 a month, what would your first move be? New car? Bigger house? A luxurious vacation? Most people would celebrate and then end up broke again, because higher income doesn't make you rich. Better money skills do. The key lesson: asset versus liability. Here's the simplest way to understand it. Asset puts money into your pocket. Liability takes money out of your pocket. A house, a car, even your lifestyle can be either, depending on how you use it. If you own a house and pay for it each month, it's a liability. If you rent that house out and it pays you every month, it's an asset. How poor, middle class, and rich think differently. Poor people spend money as soon as they get it. Middle class buy liabilities but call them investments, like a house that drains money monthly. Rich people focus on collecting assets that create more money. Money, more assets. More money, more assets. That's why the rich keep getting richer. Even someone earning $10,000 a month can live paycheck to paycheck if they keep spending on cars, gadgets, luxury, parties, and vacations. And someone earning $2,000 can build wealth if they save $500 and use it to buy assets consistently. Examples of assets: property that generates rent, businesses, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, books you write, digital or physical products you create. Some people say, "What if I lose money starting a business or making a product?" But the same people don't worry about losing money on huge TVs, expensive phones, fancy cars, junk food, weekend partying. At least building an asset gives you knowledge and experience, which is far more valuable than wasting time binge-watching TV shows. A quick look at taxes. Remember the Robin Hood story. Take from the rich, give to the poor. Long ago, America and England had no permanent taxes. Taxes were collected only during wars. Later, permanent taxes were introduced with the promise that only the rich will pay. People liked the idea and agreed. But over time, the government wanted more money, and taxes spread to the middle class and even the poor. The rich, meanwhile, used legal methods to protect their money, which is why Warren Buffett says his tax rate is lower than his secretary's. What is a corporation, really? When you hear corporation, you imagine tall buildings. But legally, a corporation is just a set of papers. That paper gives one superpower: spend first, tax later. Not tax first, spend later, like regular employees. That's why middle class and poor people pay more taxes, and rich people pay less. Final lesson: learn from people who understand money.